welcome back to the bucket list with me, Beth Crystal Wilson. Next up on the show tonight, we've come over to Architect Hair in Headingley to find out about their new Olaplex treatments. Is it Beth?
It is, yeah.
My name's Shannon today, so we're going to be doing an Olaplex treatment and a blow dry on your hair.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Olaplex? Have you heard about it before?
Just that it's a new treatment. That's about all I know, to be honest.
Okay. It's a treatment that we've needed for absolute years in terms of hairdressing. It goes in and works with the disulfate bonds within your hair.
No idea what that is, but
basically what it is if you imagine a ladder, and then the steps of the ladder that you need to climb up it.
Yeah.
When they get temperamental, so chemical service, overheating, even environment can like damage it sometimes if they're just that temperamental. They just break off and just wafer away in the centre. What Olaplex does is goes in and reforms them back in. So if you imagine, it's like putting plaster on a wall. If it's not there, it's going to look broken, it's going to look shoddy. Even no matter how many times you paint it, it's not going to look good. But if you replaster it, it looks amazing again. So it's that kind of form. If we're, you know, without going into all the scientific and you be like, I don't know what that is. It's a really easy way of explaining basically the inside of your hair is going to look like that. So it's in 2 stages. There is also a stage 3, but that's completely up to you whether you take it home. So that is a take home part. So I'll explain that a bit further on when we're more into the service. But the parts that we do here is part 1 and part 2. So part 1 is mixed with water. And so the reason, that's why you say the backwash when we do part 1, just because it runs and it's just not, you know, really like, it's not comfortable to sit with it on. And part 2 is more like a conditioning feel, you know, just in terms of the texture that you're going to feel on your head. They're both really concentrated forms of Olaplex, but just in different parts. Basically, part 2 is made for if we need to cut your hair, we can cut your hair with part 2 on, and then we can shampoo and everything after. But when we've got the time, it's just nicer to just pin it up, leave it up, bring you back to your station, have a drink, have some magazines, and you know, you can just sit and relax with part 2 on, and that can stay on for up to 20. So that's why it's better that it's in that texture, because we can leave you for longer. Whereas with part 1 only being on for 5, it's easier to just leave you at the backwash because it's not taking too much time out of our day or your day, and it's just nice and simple. What we're going to do now is we're going to get part 1 on. So like I said, you'll feel like a water texture going on. So yeah, this is quite warm. We've mixed it with warm water, so good. Is that all right for you? Yeah. It's not cold or anything.
So how often would you need the Olaplex treatment doing? How long does it last?
If your hair is quite damaged, then we do set up a treatment plan. We do a lot of treatment plans within here though. But if it's not, it's how often you want to treat yourself basically. So how often you want to get it done and all of the above. But in terms of it lasting, because it goes so far in within your disulfate bonds, it doesn't wash out like another treatment would. Other treatments, you know, especially if you get like a really good treatment, like we do amazing treatments here as, you know, among Olaplex. They can work into 4 layers of your cortex, so that's still really good because that's helping, you know, if you need moisture or protein or you know, depending on what your hair needs. But they do wash out, so they're different. Whereas because this is going in and actually reforming the structure of your hair within,
you don't need to worry about it.
No, you don't need to worry about that.
So what will I notice once I've had it done? Is it the feel of it or the way it looks, or both?
Everything. The feel, the way it looks, it'll have such more like a high shine to it. Like your hair is quite shiny anyway, but it'll have more of a high shine to it. You'll definitely notice that. It can look fuller because it's gone in there and obviously restructured, so it makes you look like you've got more hair. And it can also, obviously the feel of it, you'll just know, you'll instantly know. It's quite personal to each individual. It's like I can't say to you, your hair will feel this way, but when you touch your hair every day, you're gonna notice such a difference. Like you're gonna know it straight away. But yeah, I guess that's part of it. It's like come and have a feel for yourself, sort of thing.
So
but
people
it's really
kind
worth
of colour the hair a lot and use heat, so you straighten it a lot.
Yeah.
This would be good just to keep it in better condition.
Yeah, definitely. Basically what it is it's got to a stage now within hair where people, they're changing the colour all the time, they're doing all sorts of different services, and then we're trying to pull it back, always constantly trying to get it back into the condition it was, or pulling it back to a good condition. What Olaplex does is it gives us the advantage to even stop it from getting to that stage.
Okay.
It's not a miracle worker, but it prevents a lot of damage. Okay. So what it does is someone who's going to come in and have a service that we wouldn't necessarily normally do on the hair because the hair wouldn't be able to cope with it.
Yeah.
We're now saying, if you come in for a couple of Olaplex treatments beforehand, or we can put Olaplex within your colour, it's going to make all the difference, and we can do that treatment that we never thought we could do before.
Okay.
So it's just giving us a little bit more leeway. It just gives us, more movement throughout what we can do with people's hair, which is brilliant because nowadays everyone, there's so much, everyone's so individual that everyone wants different, which is brilliant, for us in terms of being able to be creative.
And this just allows you to do that without worrying that you're going to really
allows you to be, the hairdresser that you want to be almost, rather than having to stay within a boundary of, well, your hair can't cope with that, or this colour won't do that. It just gives us a bit more leeway, which is brilliant. This is the part 3 that I told you about at the beginning.
Yeah.
Basically, this is for you to take home. It's your choice whether you want it or not. It's not like you have to have this along with part 1 and part 2. With certain people, if the hair's really damaged, we would probably, be a little bit more. You need it, but it's your choice whether you take it home or not.
Okay. And then how often would you need to put it on, and how does it go on? Is it just, would you replace your conditioner with it, or is it a separate treatment?
No, so basically before you've even shampooed or conditioned your hair, you apply it to damp kind of hair. So you can shampoo it if you want, but if it's not that dirty and you're gonna shampoo it the next morning, you could just wet it down, towel dry it, and then put part 3 on and then sleep in it, and then shampoo and condition as normal. This is before. The thing with Olaplex is it's before. So it's never replaced as any form of conditioner. If your hair is still in bad condition, you still need your protein shampoo and conditioner. If your hair is dry, you still need your moisture shampoo and conditioner. This does not replace any of them. This is for before. It's standalone because this just does what this does. This doesn't fix any other part. Does that make sense? So that's how you apply it. You apply it before you shampoo and condition.
So you would apply it just how you've kind of done this for me?
Yeah, how I've done part 2. How I just ran it through with my fingers, combed it through with a tangle teaser, just that kind of thing. If you're not going anywhere that night, you can sleep in it by all means. The longer you have it on, the better it is. It's like anything. But if not, and you don't have the time, and you're just shampooing your hair in the morning, well, you're getting the shower ready, turn the shower on, you're getting all your stuff together, just put it on then, and then get in the shower, maybe wash before, and then rinse it off.
What's
and then
the
shampoo and condition.
You'd leave it on for? How quickly can it work?
It can work in 10.
Okay.
Yeah. It can work in 5.
But the longer you leave it,
the better it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you're really welcome.
Thank you.